What it do, ghetto girls eats? It's Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 11, Episode 11 review. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. It meant a lot to me. Okay, so the episode kicks off with our girl CC, Sierra, honey, in her confessional. And she says, "This is my first annual Ghetto Girls Eats food tasting. I'm so excited. Ghetto Girls Eats is my all-purpose seasoning passed down generations in my family. I also came out with an amazing cookbook, some real Atlanta native recipes, and it's so special to me because this is the legacy that my grandmother passed down from her mother and her mother." So, we're about to get into Keisha Theater. All right? I'm going to act this whole scene out with no breaks, okay? So, Sierra walks into the venue with all of her adoring fans and ghetto girls, and she has on pajamas, much like myself, but she has on jewelry and her hair and stuff done. And she's crying. "Y'all know I cry about everything. I'm so grateful. I never thought a girl from the hood, from the west side of Atlanta, would have an impact. I know you're gonna love the food. Let's get this party started." Eric walks in and does an interview saying he's her husband and one of the co-founders of Ghetto Girls Eats and helped bring the idea to fruition. Erica is told by one of her workers that he is there and immediately goes over to him. Why are you here on my red carpet, Eric?" "Yo, why you crying? Why I look like you crying?" "'Cause it's been a lot." "That's nice. That's a nice bracelet you got on. Why every time you see me, you always clocking what I got? What's up with it? I don't want you to be here. Why are you here?" "I came because I helped you start this." "I've been cooking since I was 12 years old. So what did you help me start? You didn't help me start a mother effing thing." "But you hadn't started the business until you got with me." "When I told you I wanted to start Ghetto Girls Eats, you said that's so ghetto." "The name. I said we need a better name to help propel the business, and everybody's still saying the same thing." "Eric, this is my business." Sierra in her confessional. "He wanna make everything about him. He can't even let me have this one moment that I worked so hard for. What did you start? What I did you think of? I've been cooking. I can do this ish with my eyes closed. So to say that you actually helped me start it is a bit of a reach. Like, have several seats, Eric, please, and thank you. Enjoy your life. Can you just get off of the carpet? Get off my red carpet, Eric." So I didn't help you do any of this. Don't do me like that, Sierra. This is a nice event. This is a Sierra Glam Shop production. Straight up production. So I didn't have anything to do with your business. I ain't have anything to do with the seasoning. This is all me. Security, do not let him in. Do not let him in, security. And Lord gonna make a way for me and that girl to do a video together. Spice is in Miami to get the key to the city and to the region or whatever. And she meets up with Safaree to talk. And she asked him about buying Amara kids those Rolexes because, Erica says that he don't do what he needs to do for their own kids. And Safaree says he didn't think it was a big deal because A, he's no longer married. He's free to do what he wants to do and spend his money how he pleases. So Spice asks how are things between him and Erica. And he says she's using the kids as a weapon and that he's not going on the internet saying she won't let him see his kids. But that's exactly what she's doing. Another thing people don't know is they were still sleeping with each other up until a month prior. And he tells Spice that he ended up watching the kids one time when she went to Mexico and got a call from a partner saying he saw her down there with another dude. And he was like, I know people think that I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin, but it actually, it stung. It hurt because they was just sleeping with each other. So Spice is shocked by all of this because, Erica been saying that, he don't pay child support. He don't do this. He don't see the kids and all of this, that. And she asked him, does he want to get back with Erica? And he was like, right now, there isn't a chance in HEW hockey sticks. He and Amara are just enjoying each other and, having a good time. So a producer asks, is there any overlap between sleeping with Erica and dating Amara? And Safaree in his confessional says, anything that I do with Erica is none of Amara's business. I'm not tied to anything. Do you think that if you're dating somebody, not in a relationship, just dating, and you're intimate with somebody else and you're intimate with another person, that you have to tell them that you're still being intimate with other people? Or do you think that's none of their business as long as you're being safe and y'all are not in a committed relationship? I myself personally would want to know because bodily fluids are just disgusting to me, and I just don't. You could have just like took her out somewhere, come and just got done having sex with her, or just even kissing her in the mouth, and then you come on a date with me, and then you kissing me in my mouth. Just gross. But I do feel like if you're just dating somebody, you're not obligated to tell them what's going on. I think that it's a respect thing and a courtesy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that he's in the wrong for anything that he's doing. So Spice asks, does he not do things for their kids? And Safaree says that she doesn't know what he does because he doesn't post it. And I've been telling y'all that. I was like, she don't know what he buy those kids because he keeps it at his house. So how does she know what's going on in his household? Therefore, she needs to mind her business. And like he said, Erica is all about pomp and circumstance. She wants to show everything on social media that I did this, that, and the third. And that's how I knew that boy was telling the truth, because when he threw their son Legend their birthday party a few months ago that I showed y'all, Erica was over the moon, posting it all on social media, thanking him. He's such a great dad, this, that, and the third. She just wants the world to see her kids being spoiled. And that, as long as you know, why everybody else got to know? I've never even been one of those parents to post everything that I do for my child on social media, because it ain't social media's business. As long as I know, that's all that matters. I don't even post everything that I buy myself on social media, because everybody don't need to be in your business and know what you got. So she then asks, so are you paying child support? And Safaree shows her proof that he had been paying in, 2023 and all that stuff. And Spice is upset because she's been standing up for Erica. She had been upset with Safaree, and she herself knows how hard it is to be a single mom raising two children with no help from the father. And if you have a man that's active in their children's life, wants to be in their children's life, and is providing for them, and then to go around and lie to the world and saying otherwise, is messed up, because there are a lot of fathers that are in that predicament, and they dealing with silly baby mamas that's mad over other stuff that ain't even got nothing to do with the kids, and then use the kids as pawns. He even shows her text messages with Erica, with him texting Erica and saying, can he come get the kids? And she bringing up him dating this girl and saying, you out here with too many women. Like, what does that have to do with me seeing my child? And I 100% agree with Safaree on that. I do feel like Erica is manipulative, and she is using those kids as pawns when it suits her. Spice says, she probably wants to be back with you. And he was like, well, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, So Renni and Karlie take a walk and discuss her fight with Erica Banks. And she wonders, should she go to therapy to deal with the death of her mom? Because she really hasn't until that time started to really let it sink in that her mom was gone. And she's really still struggling with it. And she was like, I know if I'm struggling with it, my children are too as well. And so she considers at that point going to therapy, and I think that that's something that she really honestly did need to do for herself. So it's the day of Spice receiving the key to the city. Rashida and Shekinah are in Miami to support her, and they go to her hotel room to chop it up with her before the event. And Flo Rida pops up on her, and, you know, Spice is so excited to see him and hugging him and everything. And Shekinah and Rashida giving each other eyes like, what's this about? Like, I didn't know that they was friends. Looking a little bit more like friends to me. So Shekinah asks, are they messing around? And Spice just looked like, Shekinah, what your bumper clock doing? So Spice tells them about the Safaree and Erica situation, and they're both shocked by this because, you know, Erica, once again, been telling everybody this man don't do nothing for his kids. Now, I know on next week's episode when Erica and Spice come face to face and get into the altercation or whatever it's going to be, Erica is going to mention that Spice is effing Flo Rida, and that's what's going to then prompt her to bring up Erica's son. All I know is, child, I mean, you know, Flo Rida just came into a coin here recently, a big coin. So he got money, even though he still dressed like it's 2002. I ain't mad at you, Spice. So Sierra has, back in Atlanta, Sierra has Eric meet her at the park to talk about their marriage. So Sierra in her confessional was like, ever since my Ghetto Girls East event, me and Eric haven't really been speaking, and I just want this whole divorce marriage thing to be over. So I'm saying I want to meet him at the park so we can talk about our marriage. But at this point, I have to do what I have to do for myself. So Eric comes, they sit down, and he was like, I'm shocked that you wanted to meet with me. They get to arguing back and forth about their marriage, and he's saying that she didn't know how to be submissive, and she says that, you know, he was sleeping with other women and doesn't have a relationship with her children. And then he brings up the Safaree situation, and she was like, why is you bringing that up when you know how that really messed with me? You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really understand why he brought that up either. I don't know if he was bringing it up trying to make it seem like she was talking to him as well, because he was like, even with the Safaree situation, like, you got a lot going on. And I was like, where'd that come from? Eric is a parasite, you know. He really had us fooled. Him and Sierra are the issues, though. They both are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So she then has him served. And he is pissed because he just admitted that he has been ducking and dodging getting served the divorce papers. And he was like, you messed up for doing that. You foul, you petty. And she was like, you're not about to have me out here looking stupid with bees and cars that have my name on them. So I'm like, no, he ain't out here entertaining other women in cars that have my name on them. Excuse you? What? Now, I thought he ran some foreign car business. Like, what's going on? What is going on here? And then I'm with her too. Like, why you always commenting on what I got on and what ice I got? What you mad because I can get it for myself? Yeah, Eric is a hater, but Sierra is childish too as well. So Renni ends up discussing her mom's passing with her kids. And I didn't realize her kids were so old. Like, what age was she when she had them? And how old is she? But she asked them how they feel. And at first they was like, we fine. And, you know, they're comforting her because she's crying. But you can tell they're still emotionally dealing with everything too as well. So it's the night of Spice's gala. And Kirk and Rashida, Shekinah, and Erica are all there. After the event, everybody excluding Spice are in the hallway talking, and Shekinah tells Erica that Safaree's supposed to be there, but he didn't come. And Erica was like, he's supposed to get these kids every Monday, but doesn't, so I'm not surprised. Shekinah was like, that man not making you look good. Spice pulled up on Safaree today and saw a lot of text showing he pays child support. So Erica immediately gets defensive and was like, he just started paying. And that's because all this hit the blogs. So she shows them where he's been paying. But she says that he's paying late. She was like, so he sent me September and October. And then he sent me October and December. Then he sent me November and this month or whatever. And Erica in her confession was like, when it comes to child support, Safaree is supposed to pay every first of the month, but he pays when he feels like it. Well, love, there's a difference from him not paying at all to being late. Okay? You made it seem like this man wasn't paying anything. And this is why don't nobody believe nothing that you say, because you put 10 on 20. What was so wrong with you saying, yeah, he paid, but he pays late? Which then messes up, whatever I have going on with the kids or whatever the case may be. Okay. But see, Erica pressed about that money because she's using that money to help fund her as well. I'm a firm believer, and y'all let me know, because this is just how I looked at it when I was on getting child support. I'm a firm believer that child support is for the child. Child support for me is not to pay your light bill, your gas bill, your rent, this, that, and the third. That's, as a grown person, is something that you should be doing for yourself anyway. Now, if you down and out in between jobs, you got to do what you got to do, and you will use that if needed. But I'm a firm believer that child support is for the child. So if I remember, what was that? She got about she gets about $4,000 and some dollars for them kids every month. $4,000 for 2 kids that's under the age of 3. Okay. So you don't need $4,000 a month for kids under 3 years old. That money should be going in the bank. So even if he is late, it shouldn't even be affecting you at all. Because that money should be being put up for them, only being used if they need toys or clothes or for school needs or whatever. But I think women have gotten it messed up that they think that child support means that the father or whomever is supposed to be taking care of your household bills. No, love, that is for your children, not for you. You as a grown woman need to be doing for yourself regardless. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why she be so pressed about that money being late, because she using it for whatever she be over there using it for. Now, should he be late every month? No, he shouldn't. But from a mother that's a single mom myself, that, child's father didn't pay child support until my child was almost 11 years old. It took him to finally start paying something, and that was only for a blue moon. But when he did get it, the money went directly to my child. So I would rather you to be late than to not pay me anything at all. So it's just like, Erica, yeah, it might be annoying that he's being late, but at the end of the day, at least he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. If he's late, okay. But once again, you wouldn't be pressed about that money if it was going directly to them kids. Because getting $4,000 some a month, them kids is well taken care of if you're using that money for them. And children don't need $4,000 and some a month. That's just my feel. So anywho, so she gets caught in a lie by saying that he wasn't paying at all. So she then, Kirk sides with Safaree in his confessional. He was like, because she said he wasn't paying at all, but he is paying, he's just paying late. So Erica then tells him that he tried to talk to Sierra, and they all like, what? And when she confronted him, she says that he blocked her and hasn't asked to see the kids since then. I don't believe that. I don't. Now, do I think that he probably blocked her? Yeah. I want to know from out of his mouth, did he do that with, I believe Sierra. I don't think Sierra's lying. I want to know why he did it. Did he do it to piss Erica off to the point where she'll finally leave him alone, like taking like a drastic measure of, let me like flirt with her partner so she could see like I'm really done with her, like to several times? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, this is when I was younger. My first love, I did something really drastic to make sure that we would never get back together, because we had been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I knew I had to do something dirty for him to never want to mess with me again. Not because I didn't care for him anymore, but because it was toxic. Oh my God, it was toxic. I loved him. He still loved me. And it was just a bunch of stuff going on. Now, mind you, I was still very, very much young. I wasn't even 20 years old yet. But this was back in my whole Keisha days. I slept with one of his partners. 2 of them, actually. Now, it wasn't back to back. It was a few years in between the 2, but still. And it worked. It worked because we never messed with each other again. But maybe he did that to, like, even for himself, like, I know we gonna keep going back and forth if something like dramatic has to happen to end this. So maybe he did it for that reason. I really honestly don't think that Safaree is attracted to Sierra. I really honestly truly don't. Not to say that Sierra is ugly or anything like that, because she's not. I think that it's more behind it than what we know. So I can't wait to see, like, because we have yet to see him talk about it. So I want to hear what he got to say. So Shekinah says that he said she went out the country with another man, and she was like, it was a group event. Okay, Erica. Rashida mentions it, that he said they had sex a month prior. And Erica was like, me peeing on him and him eating my butt is not having sex. Well, which one is it? Because you just sat up here and told Sierra and Bambi that you was on your period and he was dying to eat your vagina. Now you're saying the man like to get peed on. I think that you just like to kink shame him for whatever reason, because in that picture that you posted on the show, which I laid up in bed together, you looked happy to me. Didn't look like you had no clothes on, and y'all was hugged up all in the bed. So don't try to sit up here and act like you did him a favor, because at the end of the day, y'all still messing with each other. Y'all still are. Y'all still intimate with each other. He's still laying in the bed with you. So you want to say all of this crap about this man. He's a deadbeat dad. He don't do this. He was a horrible husband. He's a cheater, but you still laying up with him. Make it make sense, dummy. Make it make sense. You're very much a bitter ex-wife. That's what you are. Alien superstar. So Spice then comes out and joins the conversation, and Shekinah brings up Erica coming in between her and Spice's friendship. It was weird how she segued into that. And Erica was like, speaking of, people trying to come in between relationships, Safaree lied to you. And Spice was like, you want to discuss this now? Like after my event? Like, She was like, but Erica, y'all just slept with each other. And Erica denies it. And Shekinah was like, no, she said she peed on him and that she ain't slept with him. So Spice is like, girl, like, Erica, you're lying. I ain't got time for this. Bumba clot, and she walks off. So Erica is still very much mad, and she shows text messages where Safaree is saying he love her and want his family back. And she then says that he's trying to start beef between her and Spice and trying to F her best friend. And I was like, well, Spice was the one that brought up you to him. He didn't bring it up to her. So that's not true. But hopefully now that she sees the show, she will see that. Erica then says, when these cameras go off, I still have my kids. My daughter is asking for her father, and none of y'all can understand that. She's screaming at the top of her lungs at this point, and that Harry Potter vein is poking up on her forehead. And Shekinah was like, I do. And Erica was like, no, you don't, because you think everything is a game. I'm not doing this anymore this year. I'm not doing this anymore this year. And it's like, you're not doing what? Because you the one stay on this show complaining about this man. You ain't did nothing else. You ain't showed a business venture. You ain't showed us playing with the kids. You ain't showed us your new house. Nothing. All you've shown is you being bitter and mad and crying every second about who this man messing with and what he ain't doing. So what are you talking about? Overall, though, I give the episode an A. It was quite entertaining. Next week episode is going to be very much lit. We got a lot to discuss down below in the comment section, you guys. So let's discuss it. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.